Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name's Boogie Bentley. He's Coach Jay. We're jumping right into it. So I want you guys to be quick. Smash a thumbs up, subscribe, click the bell for notifications, and do me a favor. Jump in that comment section and just type a GBO. That's all you got to do. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. We're jumping right into the film room tonight. You guys already know the spiel. I'm not an expert. Coach Jay is. Coach a little D3 ball out in California. Going to break down some film today on Sam Pendleton, transferred to Tennessee from Notre Dame, 6'4", 310-pound interior offensive lineman coming out of high school, consensus 4-star. What does that mean? Well, it means they took 247 Sports, On3, and Rivals. They left ESPN out of this, and he is a consensus 4-star based off of those averages, ranked 387th overall, 25th best offensive lineman in his class. Played 2 seasons out at Notre Dame, played 2 games as a freshman in 2023, redshirted this past season, played in 13 games, started 7 of those games. He actually started the front half of the season because of some injuries. Things got shuffled around. He found his way back to the bench. But look, he's a young guy. He's got a lot of experience under his belt, and he's got 3 years of eligibility left. One of the quotes I loved when he committed to Tennessee, this is from his offensive coordinator at Notre Dame, says he's got the type of toughness and lead by example, physicality, kind of that aura you want surrounding your offensive line. I think he embodies that very well. Goes on to say he kind of helps bring that to the other guys on the line, if you will, along with those other 2 guys that are out there playing on the inside. So the quote from the coordinator, Coach Jay, is talking about toughness, talking about leadership, talking about physicality, talk about what you see on the field, X's and O's. What do you like about Sam Pendleton coming to Tennessee?
I like a lot about it. He's an experienced offensive lineman. He really knows how to use his weight. He kind of knows all the little ins and outs, all the trade tricks of the craft of being an offensive lineman. And at first when I heard the interview, I know you talked about it, but you won't jump too far into it. But when you heard the interview and he was like, "Yeah, I'm going to concentrate on guard," and then I think Austin put out the list saying he could play center. I've spent a lot of time watching this guy's film. I think I watched every full game he played in over the last few days. I can see it, Boogie. I can see it. It depends on how far Satterwhite is, but I can see it because he's really, really smart and he knows how to turn people and work inside, as we're about to see.
Yeah, I'm interested to see where he ends up. And some of that, too, could be not necessarily about Satterwhite. It could be about Andres Carrick. Like, if Carrick
Yeah.
comes back, are you better off with Carrick at left guard, Wendell Moore Jr. at right guard, and then slide in Sam Pendleton there at the center position, and let's freaking go. And again, I like that he's got just like Wendell Moore Jr., he's got experience. He's played the game at an elite level, but he's still got that eligibility. So Tennessee's going to be able to develop him and have him around for a few years. We're jumping right into the film room. You guys know the deal on these transfer portal targets, commits, transfers, whatever we want to call it. We're going to the college tape. We're going to jump into the college tape. We're going to look at some Notre Dame film today. Coach Jay, take it away. What do we got?
Yeah, you got it. Here we go. All right, we got a weak side dive play. Okay, so Sam Pendleton's going to be the left guard. Boogie, if you want to stick an arrow on him, maybe to make things easier for him. We got twins to the bottom of the screen. The tight end is going to be flying into that wing position. And when Boogie presses play here, right about he can pause it at the mesh point. We'll talk about what we got here. Go ahead and run it, Boogie, and you can pause it right about at that mesh point, and we'll talk settles into that wing. There you go. Right. Okay. So the wing position has come down to take on that backer, right? And then the strong side guard has come down to take on that other middle linebacker, right? So really the running back can go either way. Okay, it's a little bit agnostic depending on what's going on. Sam Pendleton is right in between that wing back and that right guard that are coming downfield. Yeah, I can't get both coming downfield to those. Yeah, there you go. And look at those hands, nice and inside, right? And what's going to happen is this guy's going to throw a move to the inside. He's going to dip swim inside. And what Sam's going to do is just use that weight to turn him in that direction. Sometimes it's easier, right? It's like, what do you do, Boogie? Jiu-jitsu or whatever? It's like you use that weight against someone as an offensive lineman. You don't always want to move a big 325-pound defensive tackle. You want to let his weight do the work for you, Boogie, if you can kind of play it and watch. Let's watch him get that turn across. pop,
Mm.
pop, pop. And if you look after this play runs, look at his shoulder pad. Look at his shoulder pad as he turns. He was ripped. His jersey is actually ripped off of him, is how bad he was being held and jerked down. Is that defensive tackle swims through him as he's trying to turn him, but you see the strength. He's still able to wash him down, and that's six, baby. Our doggies are in the end zone and they're celebrating.
Yeah, I'm
That's
watching him
working in a
celebrate.
phone booth. Yeah,
That's what I'm looking for right here. I want to see what that celebration looks like after we put one in the end zone. I like it. I like the comparison to jiu-jitsu. See, now I want to do a full breakdown and tell you that I push, 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 because what I really want to do is pull. So when I push, you push back, then I pull, and then we got the sweep, and then we're on top, and then we're taking care of business. Let's run
there
on
you go.
119. What do we got?
Yeah, okay. We got pistol, right? Single wing again. Twins to the bottom of the screen once again. We're going to get a backside counter on this play. So the wing is actually going to pull to the top of your screen, to the bottom of your screen, but we're going to go where he's vacating from, right? The tackle is going to attempt to kick out that standing up blitzer at the top of the screen, right? Your left tackle, left guard is right there. And Boogie, if you could go ahead and just give me like one second, like a second and a half, something like that. Give me that contact that he makes with the D tackle. Let's talk boom, boom, boom. Pause right there. Look, yeah, nice under his armpit, right? And if you'll notice, his helmet is shaded to the outside of this defender, right? He's half shading. Kyler Kerbyson loves when offensive linemen half shades. You'll see this a lot out of Sam because a lot of times as a defensive tackle, what you want to do is you're half shaded, is you want to swim and pull around to the other side. And once again, when he swims and pulls around to the other side, watch what he does with them here, Boogie. Go ahead and play it, and we'll watch what he does is he kind of works down, and as soon as that guy wants to seal the outside, he goes, okay, go outside. I'm just gonna switch my feet, right? I'm just gonna switch my feet and push you out of the play. Doggies are celebrating again. It's knowing how to use that size and weight. It's not only having size and weight, it's knowing when to use your leverage, when to use your feet, your hips, and your hands in perfect form to dictate where big, fast men want to get to on the defensive line. All
We're
right,
jumping over
moving.
to the other video, 000.
Yeah. One thing really quick. That half shade, that kicking people out, remember that.
Mm.
You saw it in the run, but I want you to remember that because we're going to talk about it in the pass game in just a little bit. Not quite yet, but we're going to get to it. All right. Right now, we got single back, right? We got motion. They're going to settle into deuces, so two wide receivers both sides of the screen. And what we're going to get here is we're going to get a show and go blitz from the Mike and Will linebacker, weak side A gap right over that left guard, right over Sam. We're going to get a show from the mic. Boogie, if you want to play it just a little bit, you'll see the mic creep up right into his face and then give me a pause, right? Yeah, right there, you got a problem, right? Is a guard. You got a blitz coming. You see the hand come up. He's calling. There's my mic. There's my mic, right? Now, defenders, we're jerks, right? So we're going to show this, but we're going to go from another place. And what I love about what this mic does is he sits right in the wash, man. He sits right in Sam's face because he knows if I can get Sam to reach, my Will is going to teach his punk, right? He's going to teach him good if he reaches. Boogie, give me to the point where they switch. Maybe not to where he's past them, but just to where that Will starts to come. Boom, 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 pop. Yep, there you go, right there, right? Pop, 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 right in the junk switch. Okay, now let's talk about what we got. All right, he's out on his toes a little further than I want him to be, but he was patient chopping backwards. He was just patient enough to where he didn't get caught reaching for the mic, right? And now the mic is sitting there. He's reading the quarterback. He might be spying the quarterback. The star is caught too far upfield, out of position. Didn't do a good job walling off, so that back leaking out is open, and you've given him a chance right there. But all you're going to do here is keep chopping wide if you're Sam, and you're just going to wash this blitz outside to your help. Let's take a look at it. Lot of speed, wash, 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 wash. And if you got a quarterback that's comfortable stepping up into the pocket, you've created a pocket. Boom. Yeah, right. Now the spy was able to pick it up, but if he had just a little more chutzpah, he could have hit that slant. Or if you've got a quarterback who can shake a linebacker in open space, like Nico or someone like that, you're also cooking.
So talk about communication on the offensive line, how important it is. We talk about the center position, trying to replace Cooper Mays, the guy that's been the center since Josh Heupel arrived at Tennessee. So we got a new leader on that offensive line. Is it William Satterwhite? Does it end up being Sam Pendleton? But you talk about the Mike linebacker, identifying the Mike. 17's the Mike, 46 is the Mike. What number were you, Coach Jay? I hope it was a good one. One's the mic. One's the mic. So when they're communicating that, what is going through everybody's head on the offensive line? Just kind of talk about communication and kind of dive into that just a little bit. Then we'll take a look at it.
You're identifying the mic, which leads you to all your other keys. Who do I have? Right. Mike is usually the first pickup. So if you know the guard has Mike or the center has Mike, that tells you every other block that you have down within that system, right? And if that block switches because someone doesn't come or something switches, it also gives you your secondary and third reads. It's really important. We had miscommunications last year. I think a lot of Larry Johnson coming in the NC State game and having confusion with the guard and the center on where the slides were. Sam's really good at that. It's one of the strengths of his game, almost to his detriment at times. Funny enough, there's times sometimes where I feel like he sees the switch and calls out the switch, but the guy next to him will miss it at times, and it can kind of almost look like he's made a mistake when it's really the tackle or the center or something like that's made the switch off air. So very intelligent football player, Sam Pendleton.
He looks like an intelligent guy. You know that the picture that he tweeted out when he committed? Somebody commented when I shared it and said that guy's got 3 kids and a mortgage. There's no doubt in my mind.
Doubt.
He looks like he's got that high IQ. Hey, if you're still hanging out with us, jump in the comment section. Tell us what you like about Sam Pendleton's game. Do you think he ultimately plays center? Do you think he ends up at guard? What do you think about William Satterwhite? Love to hear your comments. And also think about hitting that thanks button. It's like a super chat on a video. If you like the film breakdowns, we would appreciate the support. But if not, hey, take a sip of that coffee and let's hear more about Sam Pendleton. Moving on to 206.
All right, a fun one. Remember how we were going to come back to that half shading, Boogie? We're going to come back to that half shading, right?
I've been waiting, anxiously waiting. You started talking about the mic.
Yeah, you're going to get it twice in a row. You're going to get it twice in a row. This play and the next play, and we're going to have a little fun right now, guys. We're going to quiz Boogie on this play too.
I don't like that
idea. We got trips to the top of the screen in tight, right? Let's talk about that X wide receiver at the bottom of the screen, Boogie. Where is that right side cornerback in relation to him?
Wait, what are we going here? This corner?
Yeah, that corner. Well, in relation to the X in front of him.
First of all, he's 10 yards off the ball. He's shading to the inside.
Mm-hmm.
Any other questions? Is that good? Did I pass that part of the test?
Yeah, you passed that. Now, we could throw a slant right here, right?
I mean, that's what I would have audible to on EA Sports College Football 25. Right. But then this guy's going to break on it, and it's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, but we got a problem. The safety, and he's inside shade. Everyone, round of applause for Boogie.
I missed the safety. I didn't even look at him. See, I'm just locked in.
But we got a problem. So how do we deal with that inside shade? And how do we deal with that safety? Well, we do it through eyes. Very good. Eyes. We do it with play action. We do it with freezing.
See, I was wrong, but like the good teacher,
you were wrong and right.
I feel like I was right.
Exactly. So what that safety and that cornerback are fixed on, if you look at their eyes, they are dead in that backfield, and their first read is running back. Their second read to confirm their first read, our read triangles, is our left guard. Is our left guard going to stand up in pass pro when this play starts, or is he going to fire off the ball and it's a run play? Boogie, give me the first 2 seconds of this play, and let's find out what the left guard does on this play. Fires right off the ball, doesn't he? And look what he did. He half shaded and turned his player just like the run play you've seen a million times in film room. And when you can do that, and look at what you did to your
Mm.
linebackers, both your linebackers down and your slants there. Bang, bang, bang. Give me that pause point again, Boogie, if it's right on the turn, right when we can see that defensive tackle. There you go, right on that turn. Boom. Now let's talk about Sam's relation. Circle Sam in that turn. Let's talk about his relationship with the guard and the tackle on the other side. He's 3 yards downfield. The other guys are 2 yards downfield. The other guys that have worked their way further downfield aren't getting penalties for being too far down the field because they are eligible receivers, right? So he is fired off 3.5 yards, just deep enough to where he's not going to get busted, but just deep enough to sell this space. Look at the X wide receiver on the bottom of the screen. This is money, guys. This is butter. This is cheese. We're eating good tonight. He's going to hit that slant easy. It's a first down, first and goal. We're working, baby. We're in the hunt. Uh, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it so much. We're going to see it from a different point of view. Go ahead and play it, and then we'll move on to the next play. There you go, first down. We are moving. All right. Yeah, moving on. Repeat, little bit different, right? The running back was in motion this time. We got twins to the bottom of the screen, but same concept. We want to hit that wide receiver at the top of the screen. So we need a good sell from the left guard at the top of the screen. Boogie, if you want to give me that contact moment, right when he gets his arm under that armpit, fires off, bam, under the armpit. Look at that form. Turns them, helmet underneath, downfield leverage. Look at those linebackers. The Mike's coming downhill. The Will linebackers kind of figured it out, and he's saying, oh crap, I need to hit my wall off or my cover one zone or whatever it may be. But Sam's already downfield. Look at he's already downfield half a yard, 1 yard, and he's about to turn him magically to that 3.5 yard push, right? Right where you can push him in order to do it. Boogie, right as he turns him, give me the pause again, not too long here. Oh, and pause.
I got to get used to
Yeah, no,
YouTube. I'm
that's
so used
perfect.
to
No,
Huddle.
that's perfect. That's perfect. He's turned him, and he's turned him beautifully. I want to talk about one more thing. The quarterback doesn't throw the ball yet right here. A lot of people are saying, and this ball should be out. And I've watched a million different breakdown people watch Nico this past year and go, the ball should have been out by now, and Nico should have thrown it. No, bullcrap. It shouldn't have been. There's a pocket centered up. This wide receiver doesn't have enough space. Let the quarterback take that extra time. Press play, Boogie. What do we get? Pop, a little side, or yeah, he jumps before that. So we were a little further along than I thought. There's a freeze moment right before that where he jumps and he holds it just a second longer, right when that guy first jumps. See if you can get that right. Boom. Yeah, see how he just takes that extra second, lets the defender stutter on his blitz, and he stares him down the whole time. It's just that extra millisecond. You take that extra time, let it develop. Now, where the quarterbacking is good and Nico needs to improve on stuff like that, not to get too off topic, but in the Ohio State game, you saw a lot of batted balls because Nico held that ball a little bit longer like he did there. The only difference was Nico didn't adjust his throw motion. He kept that throw high and it was batted instead of side. That's where Nico needs to improve in those situations. So he's got a lot of growing to do, but when you got an offensive line who can sell play action like Sam does, you're cooking, man. You're cooking with grease.
All right, we got one more play we're going to take a look at here on Sam Pendleton. Again, smash a thumbs up, jump in the comment section, tell us your thoughts. Coach Jay, what do we got on this last one?
Yeah, we playing Georgia Tech here. Left guard once again trips to the top of the screen. What you're going to get is just a little bit of a cycle punch here, what we call a cycle punch. When you see offensive linemen backing up and they're kind of cycling their hands and pedaling to the side, back into the side. Boogie, give me to the point kind of where he touches that D tackle right in front of him immediately. Yeah, what I like about this is he's worried about his tackle getting spun on inside. And we talk about the pass offs, right? He knows his center has the defensive tackle in front of him, but he wants to help his center not get beat to the outside. So he keeps that inside hand. That's the other way for you guys, but the inside hand on him, right? But he's also going to keep that right hand out in case that outside end spins in on him. Now he ends up continuing to wash downfield. Boogie, give us a little bit more time of this. Wash, wash, wash. But you see him open. He's got a hand on him. But you see if this defensive end plants that foot in the ground and spins around, and 72 is just occupied guarding that lineman that the center's co-blocking, you've got a wide open hole to a blindsided quarterback. That's a nuh-uh. So it doesn't look like there's a lot to this play, but there's a lot to this play, if you know what I mean. And we can go ahead and watch it. And I thought I'd keep the last play short since I know I was running my mouth. And as you saw at the end of that play, that defensive end did spin out. He just did it a little too late. But had he done it early when he should have, 72 should have been able to pick him up in that C gap.
What do you think Nico could do if he had? See, I'm struggling with YouTube. This right
Yeah,
here.
it's tough.
Look at this pocket.
It's beautiful, and like I said, and once again, he's staring this guy down. If you look, if that play was still up, you'd see he's staring it down. And it's not that I think you should stare down your wide receivers. So please don't come at me in the chat, because I understand that it's important to go through your progressions and cycles. But if your pre-read is right, like if it's just right because you know it's right and you know how everything's going to develop, and you see, you go back and you're staring when it's coming out to, and your peripheral can pick up all the indicators. Okay, free safety did what he's supposed to. Okay, linebacker did what he's supposed to. Okay, I'm waiting for the post to become open. Then yeah, you should keep your eye on a fixed point. So don't think just because every time you watch a quarterback and you don't see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's crap. Because sometimes you do want to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but sometimes you want to see one and you can't see their eyes shifting because it's trips or something, and they can pick up all the route patterns in one sense of motion. I've seen a lot of Tennessee plays criticized for that reason when it's not adequate criticism. And there's been times where there has been adequate criticism, to be fair.
Well, that's the film breakdown on Sam Pendleton. Man, I'm excited about this offensive line in 2025. I'm ready for some new blood. I'm excited to see David Sanders. I'm excited to see Lance Hurd take another step, have a full offseason in the program. And, you know, I get it. A lot of people are talking about, oh, we've lost this, that, and the other off of this team. Man, we still got weapons. We got playmakers. We got our quarterback. I'm ready to see what this offensive line looks like. You know, when we talked about the portal going into the offseason, so many people want that big, sexy name. They want that guy that they know. We said it all December, all January. We need interior offensive linemen. That was the top of the list for the transfer portal, and we got two pretty dang good ones. That's the film breakdown on Sam Pendleton. Jump in the comment section, let us know your thoughts. Make sure you smash the thumbs up on the way out the door. Go check out the official merchandise of the Talkin VAWLS Network, bonfire.com/store/Talkin VAWLS. You can also show some support by hitting that join button down below. Just $1 a month is all we ask. We appreciate that support. All the links are in the description. That's going to do it for this one. For Coach Jay, my name's Boogie Bentley. This is the Talkin VAWLS Network. Go Big Orange.